Hey everybody, happy Sunday. I am back with another video about sobriety. Today I want to talk a bit about finding balance in your life to help you become sober, stay sober, and just be overall happier in life. Now, what a balanced life is to me is not going to be what a balanced life is to you. Now, when we think about a balanced life, um, if you've never thought about it before, you've heard the term, you might think that it's just all about getting everything. You know, your relationship, your work, your health, your friends, getting everybody on the same page. Um, and just taking out the hectic parts and that'll be balanced. And that's somewhat right in my mind, but that's not exactly how I see a balanced life. To me, a balanced life is a life where you're living towards something, you have goals, and everything in your life is aligning to help you reach those goals or get to that place where you think you'll be the happiest or most successful or etc. I'll explain in a second. One of the things in my life that I am currently pursuing is what I would call a simple life. A simple life to me is a life where there aren't a lot of outside expectations from me. This even includes work. I plan on retiring in 2 to 3 years, and I'm also building up an online business with a couple of websites that I have. And I don't want to have to answer to anyone other than people that I have a responsibility to, like my family. Um, but a simple life is just not having all of the hectic things that I had going on when I was younger, like the uh, dozens of friends and invitations and always on the go, and having that expectation that on a Friday night, it was time to go out and party, or Saturday, or I want a simple life where I don't have the bills, I don't have those societal pressures of going to work, or things like that. That might not fit into your idea of what you feel a balanced life or a happy life is for you, but a simple life is important to me. I feel that it's less stressful for me, and it's just somewhere I want to be. Owning less possessions, just all of those things. I'm slowly getting rid. First, I'm starting with my own things. It's hard to do it when you have a young child, but so I'm just starting with myself first, and then in a couple years, plan on selling this house, moving into a smaller house. Right now, we have a big 2-story with a big triple car garage, and I'm thinking that a smaller bungalow, probably still with a triple car garage, because I like to do woodworking, and um, if I plan on having a bit of a simple life, I'm probably going to spend a lot more time at home if I'm not out hiking or going for long drives or traveling. Um, so, kind of gone on there rambling a bit, but about to find a balanced life, in my mind, to help you be sober, you have to. I think you really need to chart this, jot this down on foolscap on paper or computer, whatever you want, and all of the things that are important to you. For instance, one will be being sober, and you need to align everything in your life so that it helps you stay sober, It helps you with that part of your life. So whether that's not having friends that go out partying, and if you want to keep those friends, how do you deal with that? How does that align with your life? How can you have those relationships so that it helps you become sober? If you have goals, I think goals are important. If you want a balanced life, you almost it's it's like having, you need to have these goals. One goal is to be sober. One goal is to, in my instance, is to make so much money on my websites. Another goal is to being able to retire in 2 to 3 years. Another goal is losing 30 pounds. So you have to have all of these goals, and then you have to start writing down underneath all of these goals, how do I achieve these goals, and have all of these things across this chart line up to allow me to have a balanced life where I can achieve these things. And how do all of my relationships fit in? Are these relationships helping me be successful in my business? Are they allowing me to be successful in being sober? Are they allowing me to be successful in running a marathon? I'm not interested, but you might be. Are they allowing me to move to, I'll say Bali, because someone on my channel is commenting they live in Bali. Does it allow you to move there? Or one of my things I want to do when I retire is I want to travel and hike. I want to go to Central America, South America. I'll go overseas once, we get this COVID thing done and the world seems like a safer place, but we'll see. So to have that balanced life, you really need to do a lot of soul searching. You really need to take a serious look at your life, everything that's in it now, and where you want to be, and chart it out. You might go through a lot of paper, a lot of Word documents on your computer, and you have to keep updating, and you got to keep fine tuning, and you have to see it's not just, how does Barbara help me stay sober, if that's your spouse or your partner or Fred or whoever, but do they also help me with these other things? Do they help me with my websites? Do they help me with the retiring? Do they help me with this? Now, if you're in a long-term relationship like I've been, or, you're probably not going to end relationships like that. You're probably going to figure out how you can work with those people or around those people. You might have to come to the realization that, just because you're on this path for a balanced life doesn't mean that, they're on the same path. Their idea of a happy, gratifying, successful, just, excellent life isn't what you have, as your top priorities. So you really need to just look at everything, write it all down. I have foolscap paper. I have on my phone, I use my phone to record these. I have documents on there, Google Docs. I have Post-it notes. I have in my calendar, I have to always go in and then I put in little quick notes. I think it's something. Oh yeah, I thought of this. And it's a lot of work, but it really helps once you start seeing progress. For me, one of my simple life things is to get rid of material possessions. I started getting rid of material possessions. Some things I've been selling, some things I've been donating, and some things I just throw out because it's just going to be too much of an effort to either give it away, sell it, donate it. Nobody's going to want it, And even though I still have way too many possessions, I have less than I did a year ago, and I just feel better. And you'll start to see that after a while. And it might not be material things for you. It might be your relationships with your friends. You might see that you have this one core group of friends that are all into partying, and it's a big social gathering, which is awesome. But maybe you have this other group might be part of that group or separate, where these people like to go for coffee, or they like to go for a walk around the lake, or you like to do things like that, and maybe you start sliding over and doing those things and not so much of the other stuff to help you get to, because that's where you see that doing these activities are going to help you get to your goal, reach your goal. And ultimately, we just want to be happy, right? To me, a balanced life is a life that's just satisfying, gratifying, and it's just happy. You can sit back and you don't have these stresses. Bad things are going to happen in everybody's lives, whether we want it to or not. Sometimes, it's people passing. Sometimes it's we're in the wrong place at the wrong time. Something, there's an accident or whatever, or you might get scammed online, lose money, or there's always going to be something that happens, and you have to know that a lot of these things we can use to build strength and keep moving forward. As long as we wake up every day, we have another opportunity to keep advancing and keep getting better and learning from our experiences, good or bad. So, and I think with all of these things, as far as sobriety goes, if you always have sobriety on your mind, and if that's one of your high priorities in life, and you think part of a balanced life is being sober so that you can enjoy all of the things you want to enjoy. I can't even imagine. There are so many things out in the world, whether you want to stay at home or you want to go out and travel, day in and out, or what's the saying? Day in, day and night, whatever. You get the point. It's all about doing what you need to do for you. I think I just got off track there, but I hope you get the point. So you can use a balanced life. Balanced life. It's one way of just not solely focusing on being sober. Because I find myself, when I'm always just thinking about being sober, that's all I think about is being sober. And I find that kind of stressful sometimes. And it also makes me feel sometimes like yesterday we celebrated Thanksgiving here in Canada, a day early because of family, etc. And it was I felt a lot of pressure on myself, because that's a day where you sit around, have some drinks, and with family, and it's a long day of visiting. And but if I had just been focusing on playing games, doing these other things, other activities, never mind the drinking, just what else can we do to have fun on a day like that when family gathers, you'll find that it's a lot easier, therefore giving you that balanced life. The one thing I want to say too with a balanced life, I don't think it matters who you are. Debt is so bad. I know that some people believe there's good debt and bad debt. I don't believe any debt is bad, unless you can, if you're a real estate investor and you're buying properties and you've got renters for them right away, and you don't really have to put money out of pocket. There's still that stress of owning that property or properties, and you have that stress. You might not have the financial burden, but you have the stress and the pressure of the responsibility of those properties. I'm not knocking it. I think it's not a bad thing if that's what you really want to do. But for me personally, I don't want any debt. I have mortgage right now. That's it, and I'm slowly knocking that down quicker than I can. And I feel that once I'm free of mortgage and I have no other debt and I have savings, I have that financial stability and there's no pressure of owing. And I just think that would be help me in my balanced life. So, and I find that when I'm trying to be a bit of a minimalist and not buy new things and repurpose old, or really questioning whether I really need something or not. I'm getting rid of items that I just that have no use in my life. I'm finding that I actually have more money, so it only makes sense, right? And that's another benefit of not drinking, but that's for another video. So if this all makes sense, or hopefully I wasn't just rambling on too much, I hope that I got you thinking, and I really recommend you start jotting stuff down, start charting your goals in life, and how you can achieve those goals. How everything in your life right now, from your friends and your family and your responsibilities and your finances, and just get everything down. It's going to be a lot of work and it's going to take time, but eventually you're going to start seeing how all these charts, how all these graphs or lines, these paths can all start aligning together to these ultimate goals of where you feel that your balanced life is. Okay? Hope that helped. Again, happy Sunday. It's Thanksgiving here in Canada. Happy Thanksgiving. Um, I will be back probably midweek with another video, but definitely, if not, I will be here again next Sunday. Take care.